You being selfish and putting your needs first is going to get you the results that you're looking for, because some of you tend to give until you almost have nothing left. And I feel like there's people around you that have been used to your giving nature. So now that you've changed and you realize that you are your first priority, I feel like certain people are becoming emotional or are not necessarily loving this new version of you, because this new version of you has very strong boundaries. This new version of you does not make other people comfortable at the expense of yourself. And I feel like because now you've opened this door for yourself, new opportunities are coming in. I also feel like you're now way more independent, self sufficient. People are looking at you as someone who is looking younger. Your body, your physique may be changing, physically, may be changing. Some of you are reverse aging because you're not giving out those energy leaks. And so once you started calling your power back, it helped you cleanse from within. So as you put yourself first and the focus and the energy is not going towards other people, it makes it so much easier to get the desires that you're looking for at work, in relationships and connections, and in any area of your life, whether it's hobbies, skills. And you taking your power back was like the last thing that you needed to do. And so now your vibration has risen and you're in an energy of cleansing, and people are so used to you giving, or they were counting on you giving, or there's someone in particular that's just like used to you not having boundaries, or at least like putting those boundaries away for this person, and they're becoming over emotional. Someone's feeling left out in your life. Some of you are like developing more friends or getting into more connections because you're in a newfound vibration. You're attracting people that can vibe with you and people that will respect you. And someone is kind of feeling left out because they're realizing that you're looking at them as like a nuisance, or as someone that can't hold their own or doesn't carry their own weight. And they're fearful that you're going to be leaving them behind for a brand new life. And that's not actually a false assumption, because the way I'm seeing it, there's somebody new coming in that wants to have a new opportunity with you. This might be at work where someone gives you a role that's extremely beneficial to you. For others of you, it's in love. You've been single, mind your own business, being independent, focusing on yourself, got that your money, you got that mind on your money, and work, just focused on the practical things. And you've actually attracted somebody that's of your caliber, because we have a Knight of Cups, which is someone who has like the emotional bandwidth of a teenager. That's the kind of connections that you were dealing with or that you were prioritizing. And now because you prioritize yourself, it's like you've elevated and you're attracting someone who's a boss. It says CEO. This person, they're like in the higher level of hierarchy. They may have a special role that they do. This person's an expert at what they do. They're very respected in their environment. And I feel like people feel the same way about you. It just took some time for you to open up to new individuals. And so with the Ace of Pentacles, whatever you've been asking for, you're going to get it. So if you wanted a job, you're going to get it. If you wanted a new opportunity, you're going to get it. Some of you guys are going to be seen more in the public eye. There's going to be opportunities for you to be out, maybe even having performances. For those of you that have a certain hobby or skill set that can take you far, you'll be surprised at like the kind of opportunities that are going to land on your lap. And I feel like someone is like feeling replaced in some way, even though physically this person has not shown up yet. Energetically, they're circling around you. So someone may be keeping an eye on you. They're very much so interested. They're just waiting for the right moment to kind of pursue this. And the person that you're usually connected with in this Knight of Cups energy, they feel left out in the cold because your boundaries are higher than they've ever been. They don't understand why you're not giving to them. You gave no warning. You just like switched up your behavior. You did a 180 overnight, gave no warnings or explanations. And so some people are kind of confused because they feel like they have whiplash from you becoming your highest version of yourself. So you've been learning your lessons and applying them, and certain people around you are not learning the lessons, and they're like repeating things over and over in a cyclical pattern, and you're not doing that. You're not living in illusions. You see things exactly what it is, which is why you've been actively cleansing people, energy leaks. You're also going to realize once you meet this new person and you guys end up collaborating together, whether it is through projects, whether it's romantically, whether it is this person might be your mentor, or they might open a door for you that wasn't available before. Whatever happens in this new connection, just know that you can trust them. And know that you're going to realize that somebody else in the past had you in the energy of limerence. Limerence is like, it's so hard to explain this concept, but it's kind of like when you start falling for people or like imagining a version of themselves that don't exist. That's how powerful you are mentally, that you can add characteristics to people that they don't even have and just live off of that. Like you can fantasize someone into being your person and they don't even actually have those skill sets. So limerence, it's like this mental phenomenon that I would not wish on even my worst enemy. You could be stuck in limerence for years where you think someone feels a certain type of way about you and you think this and that, and it's not that way at all. It's just fantasy and chemical imbalances in your mind. So you're going to realize that someone had you stuck in limerence. Like you don't actually like them like that. They just, I don't know. It may be I don't want to say it's a spell, but I feel like limerence is a side effect of what somebody else might be doing to you and the fact that you may not be having boundaries. And so the fact that you've learned boundaries, right? It's helping you move away from the energy of limerence. I also feel like your ancestors are going to be shielding you. So anyone that's been taking from you and not giving and reciprocating, you're going to have an aversion to them. You're going to be disgusted by them out of nowhere. You're going to wake up repulsed. So you're going to be like, one day, like, I loved you, right? And then you wake up the next day and you're like, I don't even want to be around you. Like, even your touch is making me feel weird. So yeah, your ancestors are shielding you to the point where they're not going to allow you to be around certain people's energy and feel comfortable. It's going to be full of discomfort. And for those of you that have been avoiding some sort of appointment, make sure you make that appointment. And with this vibe shift, you may have shifted realities. You may have timeline jumped, and that's why nothing's feeling the same. That's why everything feels weird. It's because you're now operating in a new frequency, and this new frequency is calling someone in that's going to be a perfect match in the sense of where you guys are going to be the best business partners because you have the same ideas in mind. If this is a love interest, they carry the same ideals. You guys have the same type of integrity and moral compass. Now, if this is a friend that you're attracting or a mentor, this is someone that's not going to overwork you. They know your value. They can see it. You also are in a period of like resting and recuperating. So some of you may be getting more sleep than usual or not necessarily being as productive as you'd like, but that is just a phase. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some competitive energy between two people, maybe even three around you with this pick me energy. So this person that's kind of been breadcrumbing you this whole time or not putting their best foot forward, they're about to be replaced so hard that they're not going to know what hit them. And this person, I feel like they're not going to understand why you suddenly don't want to interact with them or putting distance between the two of them. You're going to force them to self-reflect and look at what led to this situation between the two of you.